starts things up on your near side.
0-0.
As Jay plunks the Carvana side in the first point there. You don't get points for that, by the way, hitting the Carvana side.
173 and 100, a 63% win percentage for Devilliers.
Again, that Christian hit a really good passing shot there to Jay's forehand, but you can see the length there, Jay. I think there's not a lot of guys have that much length to get that good of a drive there by Christian, but Jay is one of them who does.
Great shot to get it back over to Alshon. Tried the tweener right there, Dave Schwantes.
Yeah, it was kind of a combination behind the back tweener combo and hoping it hits the paddle. But it did not.
So much speed off that paddle of Christian Alshon.
1-0.
That one goes along. Again, at altitude here, it's everything moves. The ball moves faster. Gets on you really fast.
2-0.
Yeah, I think early in these matches they kind of have to feel out, get their strokes down, make sure they're keeping the ball inside the court. Which again, at altitude, it's an adjustment, even if you've been playing here all week.
Yeah, altitude speaking, quite the shift from the other places that they've been. About 500 altitude in Dallas just a couple of weeks ago.
1-3.
Very nice job there by Jay. Jay loves that slice backhand volley. It keeps the ball low. It's a little bit dangerous because it does give your opponent topspin to work with, but he's got both that slice and then he finished it with the backhand roll.
Back over to Alshon.
But Jay does get on the board here. He's only trailing by 1 now.
Solid showing by him here in game 1. It's been back and forth. See if Alshon can stretch the lead.
Both of these guys are alive in all 3 events still. They're alive in both men's doubles and mixed. I know on this court yet last night, one of the later matches, Alshon and Hayden Patrick, and they had to go 3 games to win that match. It was a pretty intense match. So we'll see if Jay might be a little bit fresher than Christian. Although Christian's probably, if not the best athlete, one of the best athletes in best condition on tour, so I don't think he'll be affected too much, but you never know later in these matches. We saw that with Campbell in the last match. She seemed like she wore down a little bit in the 3rd game.
Devilliers.
Yeah, that's just too good by Jay. Again, you're seeing, like I kind of predicted, it's going to be pretty consistently the person who gets to the net first is going to have a big advantage. Usually it's going to be the person that's returning serve. They have the first opportunity, but see if Jay can get it tied here. Other thing I know that some of the pros have kind of commented on here is because we are in an environment where there's some dust. The dust gets on the court and it does make the ball skip a little bit, which can be a little bit of an adjustment too. Just a little bit of finite dust can make that ball skip. That's a rope there by Christian Alshon. just struck that perfectly.
Also mention being here at Black Desert Resort, brand new courts to break in as well. So you talk about dust, you talk about other things that just haven't completely settled here on the grounds. Christian Alshon just so good playing that baseline.
Yeah, he did a good job there holding that backhand, and he held it long enough where I think Jay leaned a little bit to his right and left the left that opposite court open, and Christian had a pretty easy put away.
Just a little bit long. Back over to Devilliers. Won 11-8 and 11-6 over Rafa Hewitt yesterday in singles. Placed 6th in Dallas just a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yeah, Jay's had to work a little bit harder this tournament in singles. He went 3 games with Will Schaefer in that round of 64, and then, like you said, Rafa gave him a little more than he probably wanted yesterday, even though he only went 2 games. Rafa was injured in that match, so he did well to get the points he did against Jay.
Devilliers, so much pressure, but Alshon able to put a little bit on that as well. Too long for Devilliers.
Yeah, singles is such a streaky game that you can be down 7-2 and then get a hot for a minute, and all of a sudden you're within you're within 1 or 2. So Jay certainly has the ability to come back here in this game.
Point.
It's the old sorry, not sorry that's known in pickleball, where you have to say sorry, but you really are thankful that it hit the net and gives you a point.
Again, the 6th matchup between these two. Alshon's gotten it done in every single one. Devilliers down 4 right now.
Side out.
2 wide, back over to the number 4 seed.
Jay's switched here in the last couple of months to the 6-0 Coral paddle, which is a really good all-around paddle.
7-3.
That's
point.
Again, too high of a pop up there that Christian's going to bury every time, and he does again.
8-3, as Alshon has been so good here in game number 1. You talked about streaks. Devilliers just unable to get his footing early on.
Point.
Yeah, that was just too good there. Jay hit a great volley, and Christian bounces one off the sideline there again, and it's pretty one-sided here. Again, these matches can turn, but right now it's all in the camp of Christian Alshon.
Just a few points away from a game 1 victory. Game 2 coming up.
Point.
Again, at altitude, it takes more out of you when you're rushing up to the
Free challenge, timeout,
kitchen
receiver,
line.
10-3, 45 sec. 10-3. Point game, 11-3.
Game 1 in the books. Christian Alshon rendered dominant. We will move to game number 2.
Really good players at that level. So if you're in those cities,
Game 2,
please go out and
time in.
visit those events. They're certainly worth the visit.
0-0. Point.
Alshon, so much speed on every single return.
Yeah, he's
solid point by him.
He's definitely been more of the initiator, and it's paying off so far in this match.
1-0.
Sometimes
Side
you're playing
out.
against a guy that's just hot, and no matter what you do, it's tough to slow him down. I know in Minneapolis, for example, Alshon ran into Kaysen Campbell and
0-1.
lost that match because Kaysen was incredibly hot, and he's just on fire right now.
Another one
Side
right
out.
there. 2-0, Alshon.
And the body language on Christian is super confident right now. He looks like he had a game plan and he's executing it.
1-0. Point.
Yeah, Jay's not happy with his first volley there. It wasn't deep enough to put more pressure on Christian Alshon, and it led to another passing shot that resulted in a winner.
2-0.
Just out of reach,
Side out.
Devilliers able to get back possession.
Now, it's really key in those approach shots, and actually that approach shot by Jay on that point wasn't quite deep enough where he wanted it. He got the point, but when you come into the net, you want to get those
0-2.
approach shots as deep as possible. That one was a little bit better, a little bit deeper, and it led to an error there by Christian, trying to pass him. Seen a little bit of momentum shift here. Jay's got a little more energy,
1-2.
which is great.
Point.
A game of momentum, no doubt about it. All tied up at 2.
Two. Side out.
Alshon right back in his bag to try to extend his lead.
Good to see Jay there get a couple of points and get this first second game even at 2.
2-2.
Wow.
Side out.
Christian is fast. He almost got that one. A lot of people wouldn't have got their paddle on that, but he was able to get there, but finds the top of the net, and Jay gets a quick side out there.
2-2. Side out.
A little bit too long. A little bit of frustration as well out of Devilliers.
Yep, doing some
2-2.
French words, which I don't understand, so I can't really tell you what he was saying.
Side out.
I do like Jay is definitely looking better this game in terms of confidence level. We've gotten a couple of errors off of Christian early. This can happen, especially when a guy has a really dominating game one, and Jay had to come out and know that he has to put more, kind of raise his level to get back on this match, and usually the guy who wins dominating
2-2.
might drop their level a little bit, so I think we're kind of seeing that here early in game 2.
Point.
I always love it. It doesn't happen often, but when both singles players are up at the kitchen line, those are always fascinating battles.
3-2.
Cat and mouse, or even some hands battles. Oh. So
Side
Jay
out.
had a really nice cross-court pass there that Christian got to. He had a very handleable ball, but he couldn't put it away.
Back over to Alshon. Devilliers already with as many points as he posted in game number 1. Like you mentioned, looking better here in game number 2. He'll try to get the ball back.
2-3. Side out.
Christian Alshon, borderline unbeatable when he wins that first game. 133 and
3-2.
14 for him throughout his singles career.
Side out.
Devilliers 17 and 75 after that first loss
Yeah, I think if you go across most of the tour, those are
2-3.
fairly common. I think Christian's win percentage after winning game one's higher than normal, but you're probably only going to win maybe 20% of the time when you lose game one usually, and usually you're going to win probably 75–80% if you win game one. So
yeah, you see a lot in the mid to high 80s.
3-3.
Breaking that 90 barrier
that's unusual. Yes, that is unusual.
Side out.
Solid response by Devilliers.
Yeah, I'd like to say maybe there's a good side and bad side, which there can be with wind. There's not much wind here, so this is a matter of Jay just has raised his level from game one, and like I said, I think Christian's level is a little bit lower. He was almost impeccable there and perfect in game one, but
3-3.
not quite as sharp here in game two.
Side out.
So much power on that one, just outside. Alshon able to get it back. Again, the winner will face the winner of Jack Sock and No Way Cliff. They'll be on later here in the Carvana Grandstand Court.
Point. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The result of the rally is 4-3. We'll now proceed to video review.
So it's
After
hard to see
review, the
screen.
result of the rally stands. The ball is out. Free challenge lost. No free challenges remaining. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at 4-3.
I'm guessing in pickleball terms, that wasn't probably as close as maybe it even looked on the replay because it was decided very, very fast. So it's probably
Time in.
pretty clearly out, at least from the replay.
4-3.
Oh my goodness. That was
Side out.
an incredible lob by Christian, and then Jay's response to that lob was impressive too. He put it almost in the exact corner of the court, which made it very difficult for Christian's next shot, and it goes wide. Jay gets the ball back here down
3-4.
one.
Side out.
Another
Referee
challenge.
timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The result of the rally is side out 4-3. We'll now proceed to
So
video
Jay
review.
was
After review, the result of the rally stands. The ball was out. No free challenge results in a technical warning. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at side out 4-3.
So he carries that technical warning through the rest of the match. So he's got to be careful on future
Time in.
line calls.
4-3. Side out.
Back over to Devilliers. He'll try to knot this one up at 4
3-4.
apiece.
Really nice there by
Point.
Jay. Good clean finish on that forehand volley. If you get a clean winner against Christian Alshon, you've hit it with good pace and in a good spot because he can get to almost any ball. He can cover almost the entire court with a couple of his long steps.
6'2" for
4-4.
Alshon, 6'3" for Devilliers.
Yep, two of the taller
Side out.
players on tour. Can put Andre Diascu in there as well.
Alshon gets it back. 4's on the board here in game number 2. With a chance to move to the quarterfinals.
4-4. Point.
That's a great pass there by Christian. Christian Alshon, he rips that one cross court.
He's been so good at that all match long.
It'd be interesting if Jay can somehow pull out this game too. Who has that stamina in
5-4.
game 3? Because they already look like they're showing a little bit of fatigue.
Point.
Alshon won their last matchup in February, 11-7 and then 11-6.
6-4.
Again, that was for a bronze medal. How athletic
that's too good.
is Christian Alshon?
Point.
And Jay was upset about the volley, or this volley there that led to that ultimate passing shot by Christian Alshon.
Timeout, receiver, 7-4.
All right, quick timeout on the side of Devilliers. We'll be back with more live in St. George. Happy to have you back with us. Alshon up 7-4. Now up 8-4 with a little bit of frustration on the side of Jay Devilliers.
Yeah, Jay really needs to get this side out here quickly, because I think then if Christian gets to 9 here, I think it's going to be virtually game over. But gets a hold here. Christian's tying his shoe. This will probably help Jay a little bit.
Get a little bit of a breather in this thin air.
Yep. Definitely makes a difference.
A whole lot of fun still to come here on the Carvana Grandstand Court. Brooke Buckner and Jolena Ingram are next, not to mention some guys who will face off tomorrow as well. Jack Sock and No Way Cliff likely to face opposite Christian Alshon, but Jay Devilliers trying to get fired up to mount some sort of a comeback.
15 seconds.
Down right now, 4-8. Just trying to get some footing, but Alshon been so good
8-4.
through the first 2 games.
Now that was a great volley by Jay. He, again, almost hit the exact corner of the court. Alshon got it back, but then he's so deep in the court that allowed Jay to hit that little drop shot that I don't recommend it all the time, but when you have your opponent well behind the baseline like he did, it worked out for him.
4-8. Side out.
Serve is about 3 feet long. Again, these guys are well-trained athletes. They do a lot of reps, and that probably would have been in at sea level, but it's not in at 3,200 feet above sea level, or 3,000, I should say.
Point.
Last one a little bit long, this one a little bit short. Point to Alshon.
He needs to find the average of those two, would be good.
9-4. Point.
Yeah, that looked wide to me as well.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The result of the rally is 10-4. Will now proceed to video
this
review.
Will be okay. Yep, and he's coming to the net
After review,
here.
the result of the rally stands. The ball was out. An additional technical warning means a point to the opponent. That's point game match, 11-4.
So a technical foul concludes this one. Christian Alshon, 11-3, 11-4. Dave, your thoughts on a dominant performance for the number 4 seed?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know that I've ever seen